Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, I Stand Alone Gaming. Today we're going to be continuing our Lone Ravager series on 7 Days to Die, and I really hope you enjoy it. Alright everyone, welcome back to the series. If you watched my last episode, you'll know that I failed terribly last night, day 2. Unfortunately, I didn't take my own advice, and I decided to go and try to complete a quest while it was nighttime. Ran into 4 zombies, completely destroyed the little protective barrier I built for myself, and then killed me. So, like I said, continuing on with the series, I'm going to start listening to myself and making sure I'm not going out at night unprepared. Secondly, I'm going to make it permadeath after day 10. So yeah, continuing on, you know, mistakes happen, especially in the earlier stages of the game, which is one of the reasons why it's hard to make a permadeath within like the first few days, especially if you don't have a firearm or anything like that yet. I mean, we still only have like a level 2 bow or a level 1 bow, so it's not like we're, you know, armed to the teeth. You know, later on in the game, I feel like it actually gets easier. Even though the zombies get harder, you have more and more ways to deal with them. So, with that being said, today's probably going to be a somewhat of a building episode. We need to build a shelter for day 5. My plan is to build kind of like a turtle base, at least for the first few hordes. Basically what you do is have one entrance, you funnel all the zombies through the entrance, and you pretty much build up your defense everywhere else around the building, so that way if they do decide to attack anywhere other than that entrance, they end up having to take forever. We'll get into that more when I start building. So also one other thing I wanted to mention is that the first 2 videos took kind of long, so as much as I'd like to you know, teach about the game, especially for beginners and stuff like that, I'd like to also make shorter videos. So I want to try to keep my videos around 30 minutes if I can. So I'm going to try to do that, and also try to, you know, give the advice when it's needed. You know, kind of just rewatching the last few episodes is kind of just me rambling. So, you know, after I'm getting all this out of the way, hopefully we can just get straight to business, get to the game, and progress. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop out. Off screen, I decided to go ahead and get all my loot. Basically all I did was crouch. I snuck to my backpack, got all the loot that we dropped, and came back to the house. By the time I got back to the house, about 1 in the morning of day 3. Oops. It was 1 in the morning at day 3. So we still have about 23 hours left in the day. So we're going to go ahead and try our best to make the most of the day. Alright, so since it's still nighttime, we are going to leave, but we're not going to do quests. We don't have any clothing right now. There's a mow right there. So you know what, we're going to see if this whole thing works real quick. Getting really bad at this bow. There we go. Got him. Killed him. Take his leg out? Oh, we took his leg out. I'm gonna go ahead and grab as much wood as we can. So when you see their eyes glowing like that, that means she's feral. They're a lot tougher, usually a lot faster. As you can see, it gave me about 1500 experience, where a normal zombie gives me about 800. And we're gonna go right back to collecting our wood. I'm gonna run back to the house quick, grab some first aid bandages. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our cobblestone now. Cobblestone is used to upgrade your wood to cobblestone blocks. And I feel like for your first base, cobblestone is what you should aim for, at least for your first horde night. By the second or third horde night, you should definitely be at concrete already, or cement. Good. Make sure that we don't need anything else quick. You know what, let's grab some of our iron just in case. We need to upgrade our doors or something like that. I believe that should be it for now. Grab these rocks just to make sure we have something to repair our weapons or tools. Go ahead and grab that repair kit. We're going to go ahead, start building our first base. With that being said, I want my first base to be as close to trader as possible. We're going to go ahead, run over to the trader, see what they have, and then we'll find a spot to build our base. Since the trader is still closed, we're going to go ahead and try to loot this house quick before they open. We'll let them beat on the door for a little bit as we regain our stamina. Ooh, terrible miss. I do see a crawler over here. Let's go ahead and get him quick. I don't think that's a landmine, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Sometimes you can collect this wood. It's a little easy to get, but you definitely get way more from the trees. Here we got 2 zombies. Now we got 1. Alright. Dead zombie is a good zombie. There might be a dog here. See the doghouse? Guess not. Or he's in the house. Stay down. So Trader Joel's is open. We're just gonna go ahead and run back. I'm sure there's a main loot in there somewhere, but I'm not super worried about it. I want to make sure we get our base built for today. We're gonna go in, turn in our quest that we almost failed.
So, what are you buying today?
Painkillers and bandages both give you health. Painkillers are very nice. They give you 40 health. They also reduce your damage. However, painkillers I feel are very easy to come by, so I'm gonna go for the first aid bandages. Pick another job. Which doesn't have any buried supplies, so fetch is another good easy one.
You need some work?
Clear zombies aren't bad, but you always gotta clear all the zombies for those. Fetch, you can literally just in and out, grab what you need, get out of there. Don't really have anything to sell right now. We're just gonna go ahead and pick our location for building. What I think is maybe like right behind this church here. Nice open area. I don't want to build in the desert. As you can see, you'll get hot. The closer you get, the more hot you'll be. I think sweltering is the highest level of heat. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to build in between this house right here and that house. Go ahead and chop down these trees quick. And then I'll show you my plan for building. One thing about when you're hot is you also burn through your thirst bar a lot faster. As you perform actions, you lose more and more of your thirst bar when you have the hot state on your character. Now that we have that cleared out, we're going to go ahead and dig down one level. So I like to start off with a 3x3, and then I'll dig back, I'd say about 8 to 10 spots. Now that I have this place down, you gotta make sure that you go ahead and craft enough wooden frame blocks. So we're gonna go ahead and start out with 50. So what I like to do is then I'll place the floor down. Gonna go ahead and make it two longer, 2 blocks. I can see we're running low on frame blocks already, so we're gonna go ahead and double that, go for 100. As you can see, they're not super expensive, especially with all the wood we collected. But what we're gonna do now is go ahead and upgrade the floor. Alright, now that the floor is complete, what I do is I'll start to build a hallway. Go ahead, build a hallway. Right, so this will be your main door, your main entrance. Go ahead and fill that all in. Now we go ahead and finish the hallway. So I like to make it about 10 blocks deep. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're gonna have to make our room a little bit bigger back here, but that's fine. So go ahead and fill this in. You want to make sure you go all the way up like this. The only difference is we leave this block out. I'll finish that. Now you have that finished, you go ahead and upgrade. Alright, now that we have that upgraded, we're going to go ahead and dig out the extension. Basically this hallway is all you need to survive through the night, but I like to do kind of like a combo base. Most people don't do this. They have usually one horde base and one like loot base, just in case they get overrun for whatever reason. So every time I've done this, I usually end up making it to about day 30 before I have to upgrade my base. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it the way I do it, and hopefully it works out in our favor. Alright, so that is basically our base. Be the foundation. Let's go ahead, fix this all up, upgrade this, and then we will start building the walls. Base complete. Let's go ahead and build up the walls here. Go ahead and just add one extra. Hurt anything. Eventually we'll be adding a secondary wall to improve, can't even speak today, to increase the strength of our base. Today, all we need is one. Now you gotta go ahead and upgrade everything. Got a small little wandering horde here. Luckily it's daytime, it's not too big of an issue. Just gotta stay on your toes. Fortunately, stamina and melee weapons are the tough part about the first couple of days. Once you get a firearm, things become a little bit more easy to manage. But until then, you're stuck just running around and trying to keep enough stamina that you can still hit them. Double tap. When in doubt, double tap. There you go. You know they're dead when you see the XP on the bottom right there. We're gonna go ahead and try to finish this wood. How do we not have wood? Alright, well that's enough for now. We're gonna take a small little break. We're gonna go ahead and try to retrieve these supplies before the shop closes. Best part about supplies is you don't have to complete the whole POI. All you have to do is locate the supplies. Go ahead and read any schematic you get. Burning shaft is a good one to get. Seems as though our supplies that we need to get are downstairs. Go ahead and equip the boots. Don't have anything yet. I hear zombies outside. Our supplies are right behind this painting. Bad miss. Just keep dancing around the table. Go. Problem solved. Grab our supplies. Let's get out of here. You remember we fell through the ceiling, but it doesn't matter because you always break out. I'll head back to the trader, turn those in, and then finish building our house by the end of the night. So as you can see, one of our biggest drawbacks right now is stamina.
You again? Wow, I didn't think you had it in you.
Once
Good
we
job.
get more points, that we can start making improvements towards our stamina reduction, and eventually we can also get a bike and a mini bike, which will also help us travel faster. The thing about a mini bike is it doesn't take your stamina at all, it'll take gas. So that's something to look forward to. But as of right now, especially in the beginning of the game, everything's based off your stamina, your melee, your sprinting, pretty much everything. So in the very beginning, it's difficult to manage between both attacking and trying to be defensive when you're running away. We're going to go ahead and just grab an armor pocket mod. Molotovs are nice, especially for like horde days, but just going to take the pocket mod. I'm fairly confident the base that we build is going to be decent enough. Then again, we are playing on warrior, so maybe it won't be, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Doesn't look like we have anything to put the pocket mod on, so we'll just hold on to it for now. And my goal for the rest of the night is to probably chop down a bunch of these trees, get enough wood to finish our base, show you where to upgrade with our limited supply of cobblestone, and call it a night. We're going to go ahead and use some of our skill points right now. We're going to put one in Motherlode and one in Miner 69er. We're going to put two in Motherlode here. Gives us more resources, and also we do more damage to resource nodes, such as trees, iron, and stuff like that. So we'll take down the trees faster, and we should also get more wood from taking the tree down. It should be enough wood to get us through the rest of our project here. Alright, so that is the first layer complete. So Two things I like to do. One is I like to knock out this block right here. And later I'll eventually have either a mine or another storage room underneath. I'll put a ladder right here. You can go ahead and fill. I think I just heard a zombie. Go ahead and fill in the ceiling. And if you want, at any part here, you could also make a ladder to the roof. Say, for example, you wanted to put another floor on the building or something like that. But for now, for the first Horde night, we're going to leave it as is. As I mentioned earlier, at some point we will double up the walls, so they're twice as thick. But for now, we only need one layer. Just upgrade these, and I'll show you where we'll cobblestone. Now it is nighttime, and the first thing you want to do is build some hatches. We only have wood for now, so we'll go with wooden hatches. You want a bunch of these. I'm going to start off with 20. Go ahead and craft those. Your hatches here are going to be your main line of defense for this base. You want to go ahead and place them down, facing so that they open up away from you. All the way down the hallway. And you could probably leave that last one open right here. But if you want extra defense, doesn't hurt to put it in. Upgrade the first one for now, just in case there's a stray zombie coming in. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to do the same thing to the ceiling. So if you hold R, you can do advanced. I'll make sure they're opening away from you so you can see the hatches. The handlebar is close to you. That's how you want it. All the way along the ceiling, just like you did on the bottom. Now essentially what you did is you have all these as defense. Say for example you got a zombie here, he's got to beat through either this or the top part. Only thing you have to worry about if you have all these open is that dogs can jump in between. As far as I know, they're the only ones that can make it through the hatches. And the only other thing you have to worry about than that is birds. But in the first few days, you're not going to have to... You're just going to have to repair your base and kill them afterward. Eventually we can automate a turret later, but with all the tools that we have right now, that's not available. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is upgrade about 5 or 6 of each of these hatches, and then I'll again show you where the cobblestone goes. Alright, so now that we have the hatches done, I want to go ahead and make sure it's clear. We don't want to run into another mistake like we did in the last episode. So you want your cobblestone all along the front door here, because they're going to be rushing your front door. They're going to be attacking everything around it. You want to make sure your front door is the strongest. It's a bear. Hopefully he doesn't see us. Get out of here, bear. And one more thing you want to do is do the second row second row, sorry. This should be the layer that they beat on. Since the dirt's kind of like halfway through that first block, I'm not entirely sure which one they're going to beat on, because they're going to be standing like eye level. I think they're going to beat on this layer, personally, but I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade both layers. I'm going to start with this layer just to make sure that we have enough cobblestone to go all the way around. You want it to be as strong as possible, that way they're not basically how the pathing works for the zombies is they take the path of least resistance. So if they find a weak spot in your base as compared to your front door, they'll take that path instead. So you want your goal to be strengthening up everything else while your front door seems kind of open. That's why we have so many hatches. If you leave all the hatches open at the beginning, and you only have the front, I usually use the front two. So if the front two are open, right, that's your defense. You can put them up and down. But you have a whole row of stuff to actually defend, because once one gets broken, you can go ahead and open the next hatch. Make sure that bear's not close. And then once you open that next hatch, you have a whole nother layer of defense behind that one, so on and so forth, up until you have no more hatches. I haven't ran into that problem yet, but that's usually something that happens around like day 30. So I'll leave the first two open. I'll let the zombie sit here and try to beat it down. You have all these extra as defense. With that being said, that's the end of day 3, the end of the episode. I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for giving me your time, and I hope to see you in the next episode of the series.